I'm Keith.
And I'm Georgia.
And we're living a dream. Hey, little deer here crossing the road. We got a mama and two fawns. All right, so we're heading out. We're on our way to Plano, Clear Lake, Texas. And we got to stop at the dump station here. This was a nice stop, but it was only 2 nights, and we got into Abilene yesterday. Dump station is located right outside this particular campground. I'm sure there's other dump stations because it's a big campground, but we're pretty lucky we have it sitting right here. On the way out of our campground, Abilene State Park, we're going through Buffalo Gap, which is kind of a cool little old town, typical small town. Get this old gas station on my right, has the old style pumps from the 60s. No electronics at all, just all manual. And I got a flea market this weekend.
Good size.
Got a lot of people here now. There weren't too many people here yesterday afternoon when we came through from Abilene. All right, so we got about 220 miles to go to Wild Fork Foods in Wiley. We're gonna stop there, get some steaks and some things, load up a little bit. We'll be there at about 1 o'clock probably, and then from there,
Continue for 1.5 miles.
I don't think it's too far. I think it's like a half hour or 45 minutes to our campsite from there. We ended up taking I-820 around the north side of Fort Worth, and then the President George Bush Turnpike up towards Wiley. We've got a tractor trailer on its side over here. He done flipped it. Okay, we are in Wiley, Texas, and we're on our way over to the Wild Fork store where we placed an order a couple days ago. And,
in a quarter mile, turn right onto Springwell Parkway.
We're going to pick up our order of steaks and some fish and shrimp and hamburger and stuff like that. Okay, this looks like a little roomier Wild Fork.
Turn left, then turn left.
Than the one in Winter Park for sure. My driveway, everything's good about this. So far, so good.
Turn left, then your destination will be on the...
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I think I'll just come down here.
Get around you.
This is for curbside pickup, and then there's a little pull-off right here. Wild Fork Foods has good quality meats at reasonable prices, and we really enjoy their ribeye steaks. Okay, I think we are here. Nobody here. Host will be with you shortly. Okay, nobody at the gate right now. They might be at lunch. It's hard to say. Clear Lake Park is a Corps of Engineers campground and sits on the shore of Lavon Lake. The campground has very roomy sites and beautiful views of the lake, although a lot of the features in the campground are very dated, and it doesn't look like they've been putting much effort into keeping up the campground lately. The blacktop roads in the campground are badly in need of resurfacing. And while we were there, we had some electricity issues where we had to disconnect due to low voltage. Honestly, though, it's a beautiful location, and I would probably camp here with just dirt roads and no electricity. Okay, this is the area where the boat ramp is. We haven't been down here yet, so I thought we'd take a little ride down here. We've seen lots of boats on the water, but we don't know where they're launching. Maybe they're launching here, although this doesn't look like it gets used very heavily. Nice enough boat ramp, but there's no dock. Okay, maybe the boat ramp's closed, I don't know. The waterfront features, like the boat ramp and the fishing dock, appeared to all be closed and not kept up very well. Courtesy dock, which isn't even in the water, closed. Nobody seems to be using this area, and it looks like I can go right out here. Yep. All right, well, that wasn't much. Looks like the lake's about 3 feet lower, 4 feet lower than they'd like to have it for their dock to be in, so they don't have a dock in. The sunsets while we were there were nothing short of spectacular. While we were there, Georgia's cousin, Sandy, whom she hasn't seen in many years, stopped by for a visit. Okay, so you've got Lake Lavon, which is man-made. There's a big dam on the south end, and it dams off the East Fork Trinity River, which then runs out of there. And there's another lake formed below that. That's where we're going, is to Lake Ray Hubbard, which is to the east of Dallas, and is also formed with a dam and is even bigger than the lake we're on. We drove down to the harbor area to check out the Scott Self lighthouse, and didn't stay very long. Next, we decided to take a ride up towards Plano and visit the Southfork Ranch. Okay, we are at the Southfork Ranch. The Southfork Ranch is where most of the outdoor scenes for the TV series Dallas were filmed. Georgia and I had never really watched Dallas, although everybody in the country's heard of Dallas. But we decided to check it out, see what's going on. Yep. We'll go in the visitor center. So this was all very interesting. This was the location for outdoor filming of the show Dallas. The house and ranch were owned by a family who leased it to the show. They were only allowed to shoot during the summer when the kids weren't in school, because the family didn't want the kids' lives to be disrupted. So they filmed only in the summer during the hottest part of the year. And almost all the outdoor portions were filmed there, but the indoor scenes from Dallas were not filmed here. The indoor scenes were all shot at a set in Hollywood that mimicked an old Dallas mansion. Georgia and I found the whole Dallas story very interesting, and although we had never watched it, we decided to find it, which was, I think, on Tubi, all 14 seasons in order, and we ended up finishing the whole thing shortly after we got back to Florida. Please join us for episode 81 as we travel to Natchitoches, Louisiana, known to the locals as Natchitoches.